Now, if you position yourself, you've got a better chance of being able to add 20% to your price.
I'm Gordon De Silva, a business owner just like you, who has been in the trenches and come out the other side to own a business that delivers an incredible life and an incredible opportunity to help others. I've gone from working too hard, being stressed and unprepared for business life and the challenges it brings, to owning businesses that help me change clients' lives and gives me more freedom than I ever thought possible. And that never even existed as a daydream. I created the Talking Business with Gordon podcast to offer you simple, actionable, step-by-step strategies to help you do the same. If you are an ambitious business owner or just starting out on the journey, looking to create a business that creates an impact, but also a business that delivers the life you love, then you're in the right place. Let's get started. This week we're talking about pricing for profit, and it's part 2 in our series. We covered part 1 earlier. This is part 2. We're going to be talking about elements, and we're going to be looking at the POV framework. Let's get started. Series 1, Episode 6.
Welcome. Yesterday we talked about pricing for profit, and today we're going to continue that journey because it is not a simple process. If it was, everyone would be doing it. But unfortunately, many businesses aren't doing it. Most businesses are not doing it. And fortunately, most businesses aren't doing it, which means you have the opportunity to take their lunch, if you like. I see things as it's not a zero-sum game. It's not the more you take, the less they take. But the truth is, if somebody's looking for your service, they're only going to buy it from one person. Now, there may be many, many people who are looking for your service, like there are many people who look for an accountant or a coach. And we typically want to attract just one particular type of client, or clients who like our style. So for me, people who like my style are my direct approach, my forthright approach, my honest and open dialogue. I'll tell them what I really think. Even if if I lose their business, it doesn't worry me, because the people are paying me for helping them, not for being their friend and being nice to them. They've got loads of people who can be nice to them. They're looking for me to help them. So today we're going to look at some of the facets of pricing. We're going to carry on doing that for the rest of the week. But today I wanted to introduce you to my PCP/V framework, right? PCP/V. So what does that stand for? Let's cover the first one first, and because that I think it sets the scene. It's positioning. The better we position our products, the better we position ourselves, the better we position our brand, the more likely we are to be able to command a higher price. So if the brand, in the UK we have brands like Asda, Lidl, Aldi. These are supermarket brands. In the US, they're Walmart is probably the equivalent. I don't know all the brands in the US, but Walmart would be a similar brand. Cut price, budget. And so when you look at something from these budget places, you don't expect to be paying a premium. On the other hand, we've got a department store in the UK called Harrods. It's probably world famous. You may have heard about it. And when you go into Harrods, you expect to pay a premium for what they've got there. And that is positioning. So if you position your business right, you have the chance. And if you don't position right, you don't have a chance. That's the truth of it. You're reducing your chances significantly, and you're making yourself an uphill battle. So if you're looking to make pricing for profit easier and charge a higher price, remember yesterday I showed you how a 20% increase in price can double your profits, all other things being equal. Now, if you position yourself, you've got a better chance of being able to add 20% to your price. You don't need to double your price to double your profits. That is fortunately a well-trodden mistake that business owners think they've got to double their price to double profits. That's not the case. So that's the first one. The second one in my framework, where are we? Oh, it's over here. C, PC, right? And now the C is one I want to finish on today because it is such an important one, because it really sets the scene, if you like, for the difficulty and why people don't price for profits. And, you may not want to admit it publicly, but the chances are that one of the reasons you don't want to price for profit, you don't want to premium price your product, is because you don't have the confidence that you will get it. Now, if you don't have the confidence you're going to get it, when you put that price over, it's going to come across that you don't have confidence in that price, and people are going to sense it, and people are not going to buy from it. So if I believe my product is worth 50,000, for example, and I'm only charging 10, then I have that confidence of knowing it's worth more, much more than what I'm charging, and so that confidence comes across. If, on the other hand, I believed it was worth 1 and I'm looking to charge 10, then I'm going to be very apologetic and going, well, it's about, sort of 10 is what I normally like to charge. All of that shows a lack of confidence, lack of conviction in your price. So those are the two for today. I'm going to cover the rest of the PCPOV formula tomorrow and maybe Thursday. So join me on those. Think about how this affects your business and your pricing. Which ones of these do you think make a difference? If you'd like to know more, please join me on a call. Click on the button below and join me for a call. We'll have a private call, one-to-one, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and you can tell me what you're picking up. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, what your thoughts are on pricing. And pricing is deep rooted into some of the things that we've grown up with. And so, you've got to forgive yourself if you're not really up there yet, because I wasn't either. I came from a mindset where, you got to get things cheap and stuff. And it took me a long while to understand value and how you give and deliver value and how you receive value. And that is really important to me. All right, this is it. This is Gordon wishing you well. You take care of yourself. Goodbye.
You have been listening to the Talking Business with Gordon podcast with Gordon De Silva. Next time we're going to be covering Pricing for Profits Part 3, the next 3 elements of the pricing success model. So I know if you're following this series, which I've been covering twice before, we've done Part 1 and Part 2 already, you are going to want to listen to Part 3. So join me then. Thank you for listening to the Talking Business with Gordon podcast.